One, two, three. I was recording.
All right, ladies, thank you for coming in. You just viewed the Inspire Network Cherish pad demonstration. And so what I'm going to do for you is actually let you see it live. And this is probably a pad that you're familiar with, right? This is one of our store leading brand. And here is one of our pads, which is called Cherish. And notice the difference in the size. And since we have a couple teens in a room, which would you prefer to be walking around with in your bed? Left hand, right hand?
Left hand.
Right. Oh. Which? This is
White
my
or
right.
pink?
I was talking about your
And
right.
This is the left. Okay, so you would prefer
Left, right.
The white
I like
one.
your right.
Okay, you know what?
The
White
one.
or pink?
White.
Right.
All right, that works. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is
Wow. Look how
take the leading
the
brand
difference is.
and I'm going to show you how large this pad is. This is what we walk around with. This is what we sit on. And this is so uncomfortable. We don't have to do this anymore, ladies. Look at this. So I'm gonna lay this down here on the table. Again, this is our leading brand pad. And here we have our slimline Cherish pad. And they are both daytime pads. So this isn't a nighttime pad. Just because it's big and thick like that, you would think it's a nighttime pad, an overnight pad, a diaper.
Pretty much.
But here is our slimline daytime pad from our company Cherish. See how small and slim that is. You can see the difference in the size, right? So I'm gonna put this here. And here we have it. So it's been said that on average, most women have a flow of 15 to 50 milliliters each day. And what I've done is I've measured out 50 milliliters of water. Can you see that those both have the same amount in it?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do here, just so that we can see it color, because we know that our flow has color, right? And make it easier for you to see it on the pad as well. So let me stir it up a little bit here. So did anybody want to come and do the pouring of the water on the pad? Or I can do it here. Come on. Come on, take part in this party. So you'll see that where exactly you want it. So just pour it all over the pad, all around it. Yes, all of it.
And how much is that again?
50 milliliters.
50 milliliters.
She done went all out, wing and everything, but that is what happened, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It goes all out in the wings, and then be wrapped around your underwear and stuff.
Mhm.
You want to do the other one? Okay. You can do the other one. So you all know that you did it fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pour it all over. They both have a blue strip in the middle. This is the absorbency strip that's in here. It don't be absorbing nothing. It doesn't absorb nothing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is take these cups and I'm gonna put water in these cups here. So looking at these cups, which cup, would you say the lines are in the same place or one is up higher than the other? Which one is up higher?
C.
The one that has the C. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put water in both cups. And the one that has a C is gonna have a little more water in it, okay? And then this is store brand, that's why I put an SB on there.
Store brand
And
and
Cherish.
Cherish on the left.
Yes, yes, yes. So what we're seeing here is that this store brand pad has 50 milliliters of water. I'm gonna move this cup out the way just for a second here. And I'm gonna take this napkin and lay it on top. Did either one of you wanna come up and put pressure on that napkin?
Go, Bree.
Come on, Bree, participate.
You get an A
Oh, I'm
for
sorry.
participation.
Her name is not Bree.
Yeah, lots of pressure on there.
That's nasty.
And just imagine you're sitting on this, so that's a body weight on this napkin, right?
Store
So-
brand product. Ooh,
We pull up the napkin and what do we see? We see that this napkin is soaked, right?
soaking wet.
It's soaked and wet. So I'm gonna lay this here.
That's a store brand.
Bree, would you like to do the honors for the Cherish pad? I'm gonna lay the pad here. And use the opposite hand though, so you don't have any water on you. Press down on the napkin, paper towel, whatever you wanna call it. And let's see what happens.
It's
What
dry.
happens?
It's dry.
It's dry. She's not
Hold it up
paid-
again.
She's not paid to do this, guys. This is actually what is actually happening here. These pads have both been saturated with 50 milliliters of water, which is to simulate the flow of our cycles in a day's time. So this was on the store brand. This was on our Cherish brand. You can see that this is wet because you don't hear that tearing of the tissue except for on the edges if I hit the edges. See that? From hands here, take the same paper towel. You can hear that that's dry, right?
Mhm.
So which one of these pads would you rather wear?
The Cherish one.
The Cherish pad, of course. So what I'm going to show you now is the absorbency of the pads. I'm going to take apart the store brand pad. Carefully take it apart. I'm going to carefully take it apart. And this has a layer on top that I'm gonna let you ladies feel. And you can see the blue strip down the center, which again is the absorbency strip. I'm gonna walk over here and let you feel that. And tell me, what does that feel like? Is it wet, dry?
It's so,
It's soaked. And this is a plastic type fabric. You wanna feel that?
Yeah.
See, that's wet.
Get it up close. It's got little lines. Yeah.
Yep. And this blue strip right here, that strip is dye. So when this dye is wet, what happens when you have dye and it gets wet? It's gonna bleed, right? Okay, so that's the strip. And I'm gonna take the core of the pad and I'm gonna roll it up and put it in the cup that has the least amount of water in it. And which one did you say had the least amount of water in it?
the store bottle.
Okay. Trying to get all of the core for this pad. And I'm gonna put it down in this water so it can absorb the water the way it would do for our cycle. And then I'm going to take this and let you feel this. What does this feel like? It's
Plastic.
plastic.
Paper bag.
So if it's plastic, can
No
plastic
air.
breathe?
Mm-mm.
So you're sitting on this while you're having your cycle, and our body temperature is what? Is it 98? 98
Yeah, about.
degrees. So can you imagine that heat from our body, our blood
Wetness.
flow, we're gonna call it feminine flow. That's what we've been told, to call it the feminine flow. So the mixture of the feminine flow, the dye, and the heat from our body is allowing those toxins from the dye, the bleaching of the pad, to be absorbed in our bodies. So now I'm going to take apart the Cherish pad. Carefully take apart. This pad has 8 different layers, and I believe the store brand only has 3. So, tearing this apart here. I'm gonna have to find a better way to do this. Oops, I'm sorry, ladies. I'm tearing it up.
What is that stuff? That's clear stuff.
It's a polymer. This right here,
Mm-hmm.
it's a polymer. It's the same stuff that they put in baby diapers.
I was about to say that.
So I'm gonna take this, and this right here is our strip, this absorbent strip. This is the negative ion strip that allows us to, it helps with our pH balance, and it also helps with inflammation. So it does more than just absorb. So now, feeling this, what does it feel like? It's soft and it's dry, right? And you can see through it. So if I was to put this over a cup that had steam, it's gonna flow through there. So that means it's allowing that flow to reach where it needs to be instead of being, sitting right directly on that. So now I'm going to take our core of this pad, just like I did the other one. And let me bring it up. Roll that up. And I'm going to put it in the cup that has the most water, right? So, this is the bottom of our pad. Still has one of these layers on here that I was not able to, oh, here we go. I'm sorry, guys. Get this off here. So, I should have went over to the other side. You had to turn. So you see how soft that is.
Is that plastic?
This is a form of a plastic.
Yeah, but it seemed more comfortable.
Yeah, it is. And
Breathable?
this glue right here, this adhesive is different from the industrial glue that they use to put back together. So this is breathable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so how long would you say that this has been in that cup?
About 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes? Would you say it absorbed all of the water?
Mm-mm.
How long would you say this has been in this cup?
About 2.
About how many?
2.
About 2 minutes? All right, so you see that there's still water in the store brand cup. Do you see any water floating around in the Cherish cup? What I'm going to do is I'm gonna take the water from the store brand and pour it over here. And I believe the Cherish is going to absorb it. Who believes with me? Y'all believe it? Okay. Don't let me down, Cherish. Looking like pink lemonade. What do y'all think about that?
Wow.
It's not pouring anything out of this cup, right?
Mm-mm.
So, if you had a choice, what would your choice be today?
Cherish.
Would it be the name brand?
Yeah.
The leading brand that we've been using for years and years that's been attributing to health issues that ladies have been suffering with. And as you know, tampons have a chemical in it that they've been telling us over years that causes toxic shock syndrome. I never knew that there was something going on with the pads, but the pads are bleached, and because they're bleached, it gives off a toxin called dioxin, and that dioxin is what's absorbed in our bodies, which cause us issues, or we believe are attributing to the cervical cancers, the breast cancer, and the things that we suffer with every month, the cramping and things like that, the headaches. So now that you know better, you can
Do
Do
better.
better. So ladies, I am excited that you came out for the presentation on tonight. And I can get information to you that will show you where you're able to get our Cherish products. Thank you.
Woo!